Hello and welcome in. This is Senior Strength Volume 3. Today's class is all going to be about the chair, standing next to the chair, in front of the chair, behind the chair, seated in the chair, and keeping our posture up. So we'll be working on our posture, and the equipment that you will need is a chair and a band. Grab your water and let's go. I'm going to adjust my camera here. There's my chair. So I'm going to start behind the chair. You don't have to move your chair around. I just am going to want to move my chair so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start by lifting my heels and lowering my heels, both at the same time. My chair is there as a balance aid. If you're feeling really good about your balance today, you can always just let go or have your hands hover right over the back of the chair. Let's alternate legs and lift one heel and then the other. While we're doing that, let's think about taking our pelvis and bringing it into neutral, pulling our belly button toward our spine, lifting up our rib cage. I've talked to you about Floyd before, taking your shoulders back and down toward your back pockets. If I had back pockets, my shoulder blades would be reaching right for there. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here, sitting back and up. Pulling back, nice and tall, and squeeze when you get to the top. And squeeze. And squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go down for 3, 3, 2, 1, come up. If you have any issues with your back and you would like a little extra support, hands right on those thighs. 3, 2, 1. These are the muscles you need to be really strong to get you in and out of cars, in and out of chairs, off the floor, out of the tub. Last one. 3, 2, 1, and good. We like to stay nice and strong all the way around our hip, and that helps us with our balance as well, so that if you have a hip that doesn't want to support you, then it's a whole lot easier to hit an uneven surface and collapse to one side. So let's pull up nice and tall through that side, nice and strong, and we're going to abduct. So we're taking that leg away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's switch sides. Of course, you can just turn around and do that, but I'm not going to give you my back. I'll go right here. Same thing. Make sure you're pulled up nice and tall and lift. We're doing a lot of these. As you're doing these, let me turn to this side. Please don't go there, collapsed, or there, collapsed. Let's keep our pelvis into neutral. Keep that belly button lifted. Keep your hips, knees, toes all facing forward. There you go. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. I'm going to have you keep the foot closest to the chair stable, and I'm going to have you move the leg that's away from the chair. So I want you to lift your knee up and then step back, heel all the way down to the floor. Knee up and back. Knee up and back. And again, if you want to challenge your balance, let go of the chair. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's switch sides. I'll just use the wall in case I lose my balance. So knee up, step back, heel to the floor, and push, knee down. Take that foot all the way down to the floor. Knee up. Good. Up. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And excellent. So we were working through the front. We were getting through the back. We're going to concentrate more on the back now. So stepping onto your right foot, your left leg will extend behind you. Lift up nice and tall. Pull your belly button in. Soften your standing, your right knee. Now bend your left knee and push it behind you. Good. So you should feel that through your hamstring and through your glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it right there. Now you're really going to feel this through the hamstrings as you squeeze that leg up toward your glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. How was that? Let's give it a little stretch. Make sure there's a little bit of softness. Pull your belly button up. Good. And you know we have to do the other side. So, here we go. Up nice and tall. There you go. Make sure the hips aren't turned out. Facing forward. And bend the knee. Soft on your standing leg. And push back. If you lean slightly forward, you'll have that in your glutes and you won't feel a tension through the small of your back. 4, 3, 2, hold it there. Squeeze that heel up toward your seat. 4, 3, 2, is your belly still lifted up? Heel forward, give me that little stretch. Give yourself that little stretch. It probably feels good now, right? You get to have a seat. Don't want to get too close, so I want you to be able to see my feet. All right, let's give the lower body a break for a second. Let's go into upper body. We'll start with the band. Take it about shoulder width apart. Reach out forward. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Relax the shoulders. Pull your belly button in toward your spine. Make sure that you stay lifted tall and you're sitting on both hip bones as opposed to rolled back onto your tailbone. There we go. And pull wide. Postural muscles working through the trapezius and the rhomboids. Yep. A little bit of the lats. You'll get more lats in just a second. Four more, please. 4, 3, 2, hold there, release up. I'll turn to the side so you can see that my up is not there, which can be very stressful to the shoulders. Slightly forward. So now as I pull wide and down, I pull right to my collarbones, right to the top of the chest, right to my collarbone. Good. Now we're getting definitely into the lats. Make sure we didn't start slumping. Lift yourself up tall. 2 more, please. 1 more. How did you do with that one? And release. Good. So give your neck a nice roll. Yes. Your trapezius do connect up in your neck. So if you wonder why does your neck get sore on those, that's why. Once again, make sure that you don't start slumping back. Lift that belly button. Make sure that your rib cage and your belly button are pulling away from each other, but not so far that you end up with your belly rolling forward. So nice and tall. Extend your arm. Grab your band right next to your wrist and slide your hand down to just about your elbow. Keep this arm nice and stable. Relax that shoulder. This elbow lifts. This shoulder is also relaxed down. And pull your hand back toward your ear and release. So you should feel that right behind your shoulder blade. So you'll notice the pulling arm doesn't straighten. The stable arm remains straight. The pulling arm remains bent. 4. Moving slow and controlled so you can feel the muscles that you're trying to get at. Feel that connection right behind your shoulder blade. And 1, and good. So these are exercises that help to you strengthen the muscles that pull us up. Let's switch to the other side. Do you need to turn from side to side? No, I just want to be able to show you what it looks like from either side. Wrist, slide to about the elbow. Also remember, when you're working with a band, if that felt too loose for you, or you have a band that's not very tight, not very high resistance, you can start closer to your wrist. If that felt a little bit too hard for you, then go slightly above your elbow. Yeah, so it's easy to adjust your resistance. Relax those shoulder blades down. Here we go. Pull back. Remember, your stabilizing arm is also working. It's holding up there strong. And then your pulling arm, you should feel that right behind your shoulder blade. Good. 4. That belly lifted. Chest lifted. 2. 1. And excellent. Go ahead and relax. Set your band down. Up nice and tall. Lift up, roll back, press down. Do that again. Lift up, roll back, press down, and relax. You can have your hands right on the seat of your chair, or you can just have them on your lap. We're just going to extend our leg forward and extend. So if you're feeling this is quite challenging, go right with that. Just foot on the floor, slide that foot out and extend the leg. You're using the quadricep. Good. Make sure that as you do that, there's no lean back and there's no rock onto your tailbone. So you want to stay forward, up tall as you extend that leg. If you can't get it up into the air, let me slide back just a little bit. Here's a good starting point for you, right there. Just take your heel forward and straighten that leg. Tighten the top of your leg. This is your quadriceps here as you do that. So there would be an option. This would be an option. And if you're going, I need a little more challenge, lift your knee first and go from there. So you have 3 options on this. And let's do 4 more, please. Make sure you're not rocking back and forward. Stabilize that torso. Yes, we're working our core at the same time. And good. Do you feel that? Let's switch legs. Again, option 1. Slide that foot forward, straighten the leg. Contract through the top of that leg. Option 2. Lift the foot from the floor. Option 3, lift the knee first and then extend that leg. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, 1. And excellent. All right. Since we're here in the chair and we just worked those quadriceps really hard, let's give a little stretch. So if you had knee issues, please go, as opposed to trying to grab here. This is a very acute angle for a lot of people who've had knee replacement especially. So just take your foot down and just start sliding back. Keep your hip facing forward. Just hold that. That opens the front of your hip. It opens your quadriceps. Make sure you hang on to the back of your chair so you don't slide out of your chair. Let's switch. I have one cheek sliding off the front of the chair and either sliding the foot back, keeping your hips forward, or you can go there and pull your heel up toward your seat. I love the way this feels because I get a stretch that's all the way from the front of my shins. I get the anterior tibialis. I get the quadriceps, and it opens up my hip flexors. That feels so good. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And let's stand up for a second. I left my water over there. I'm walking toward you. Going to get a drink. We're going to do a little bit more. Quadriceps means there are 4 heads to this muscle group that's on the front of your thigh. So it can be beneficial to work in different angles. So instead of straight out, I'm going to, as I extend my heel, I'm going to rotate my toe out to the left. Yes, or right there. Yep. So that will feel definitely different than it did when you were right here. 4, 3, 2, hold yourself up, hold yourself up. Don't slump back. Good. Shall we try it on the other side? Remember, you can be here. Option 1, option 2, or starting from the knee lift, option 3. Good. Get that rotation. This time you want to turn your toes out to the right. Good. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And nicely done. How did you do with that? Okay, so you felt that here. We're going to go here, working along the outside just a little bit. So I want you to turn your heel out toward the left or there. Bend it like Beckham. Four. So your heel's turning out to the left and your toes are going right. Let's go to the other side. So here's your option 1. Option 2. Are you starting to slump back? Sit up taller. Excellent. And did you feel that a little bit more through here? Yeah? So as opposed to abduction, which works right along the side, that gets a little bit different. Yeah? So we're also working on rotating in and out, which is really good for your hip girdle. Feeling all right still? Okay, let's go back to our band. Take the band underneath your feet. Make sure your feet go flat onto the floor. I'm going to grab a hold, have my band straight right about till I get to my knees and sit up nice and tall, roll my shoulders back, place them down. I'm going to pull straight back. So once again, working into postural muscles. So how does that feel? Does that feel too easy? Instead of starting right at your knee, you can start more in the middle of your calf. So always make the workout yours. What if you don't have a band? You could do it without any resistance whatsoever. You create the resistance yourself through your muscles. 2 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. All right, we're going to change our grip. So I'm going to turn my palms over so you see the backs of my hands. Make sure that those shoulders don't come up. Relax them down. Make sure the chest stays up. Pull that belly button in toward the spine. Pull your spine toward your belly button. They're both pulling together. Here we go. Pull those elbows wide. Can you do 6 more? Please. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And excellent. Make sure you release the tension off the band before you change grips one more time. Palms are out. Grab. Elbows right into the rib cage and give that a try. Bicep curl. So again, if that's too tight, slide up so it's more toward your thighs as opposed to your knees. Not tight enough, again, down toward your calves. Here we go. 8, 7. That torso is nice and tall and stable. You've got your belly and back in a panini press pulling toward each other, right? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Biceps. Make sure you release all tension off that band before you release it from underneath your feet. I'm going to hold it in my right hand, throw it over my shoulder. I'm going to bring my hand till it's parallel with the floor. Try not to tilt. Sit up nice and tall. Hold the band right here at your shoulder and just extend your arm straight back. You'll feel that through your triceps. Try not to hunch the shoulder up or drop the shoulder down. Just try to keep your shoulder at your shoulder level. Can we do 8 more? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more please. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch. So it's in the left hand, it's over the left shoulder. Right hand is going to hold, and you're just going to straighten that arm. You could do this standing. You can do it sitting. One thing I like about doing it in the chair is that you have to remind yourself to keep that pelvis in neutral, and you need to be pulling yourself up nice and tall. Keep those shoulders level. 8. Make sure you're in control of the band. It's not snapping you up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And excellent. Go ahead and let's give a stretch. So hand up, drop that hand behind your back, and either right here and just press up toward your ear, or if you can do this without hunching forward, pull toward the center of the back of your ear, or center of the back of your head rather. And that should feel good. Release it. Extend that arm straight out forward. Relax your shoulder down. Just take your fingers, 2 fingers, right across your palm. Open that palm. Keep that shoulder relaxed down. It's not a huge stretch, but it's nice. Opens up the forearm all the way through the bicep. Good. Let's switch. Up, drop, either here, option 1, option 2. Still sitting up tall, lifting up Floyd, and hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that arm straight out forward. 2 fingers. Press on your palm. Pull your palm down toward the floor. Relax that shoulder down. Just feel that gentle opening all the way up the front of your arm. Breathe through your stretches. Very nice. And take a deep breath. Exhale, and okay, this next segment is all about posture and core. So I really need to find a chair that doesn't have the arms on it. I hope you are joining me in drinking water whenever it feels you feel the wish or the need. All right, so I talk a lot about this, but this is the roll back onto the tailbone, and you can see what happens to the rest of my posture when that happens. My rib cage is now sitting on my diaphragm. Really compress. Try to take a deep breath from here. Kind of hard, isn't it? So that's one definite reason to not allow yourself to get into these kind of postures and come back up all the way. I actually feel a clunk clunk as I roll up over and onto my sits bones. However, you don't want to go too far and allow everything to slump forward, and your belly just completely falls forward. So tone through the belly and through the back as I talk about that panini press. Are you familiar with those panini sandwiches and the grill pushes from both sides? So pushing to both sides. Can you see how it slightly tilts my pelvis into neutral? Yes. And then I talk a lot about Floyd, that's involved as well. So once you have your hips in the right place, it's really easy to take Floyd and make sure Floyd comes up. Aren't sure what I'm talking about? Take your fingers right at the base of your ribs and slowly walk your fingers in toward the center, following your rib cage, and you'll until you find that point right between where your two bottom ribs come together. It's called the xiphoid process, which is a mouthful, so I shortened it to Floyd. Actually, a dance teacher did that. So if you think of lifting Floyd while your pelvis is in neutral, it automatically lifts you up. And then if you relax those shoulder blades down, you have absolutely beautiful posture. Hold that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to lift those shoulders up, roll them back, push them down again. Extend your arms forward. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your arms out wide. 8. Don't go there. Don't let that happen. Make sure Floyd is up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Keep your pelvis into neutral, belly button and back in that panini press. Take your palms out and down. I want you just to rotate them open, and as you rotate them open, can you feel how that contraction through your back and how that pulls you up, down, and open, and down, and open, and down, and open, and down, and open. Let's do 4, and lift. More postural work. Lift, and 2, and lift, and 1, and well done. Give yourself a big hug. Pull those elbows down. Wonderful work. That was Senior Strength, Volume 3. All about the chair. All about the posture. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.